Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and it feels like it's been forever since I last played Anodyne, and I was about to jump into the field because I couldn't remember where I was going next, but it's the cliff, cave, anxiety, dungeon, place, town, pants in the peninsula. I don't know. I'm in a weirdly good mood, I'm not sure why, because today is Thursday, and Thursdays are busy for me. Now, we could move on. Okay, we're going to have to move on. Now, the area before the next dungeon, as I've been trying to say, is extremely short, but there's a bit more cliffs first, so these cliffs extend far and upwards, though I've never gone high enough to find out where they lead. They are cliffs! Do you not understand how cliffs work? They don't lead, they're not a path, they are bits of rock. They are not paths, they don't lead anywhere. Anywhere. You're stupid. I can't even put into words how stupid you are. 21. Actually, that reminds me, it's a certain friend of mine's 21st birthday on Saturday, I think it is, but she's going on holiday with her boyfriend, so no prizes for guessing who I'm talking about. And I have a birthday present prepared for her, but I don't think I can give it to her until, like, the Tuesday of next week when she gets back. So that gives me even more time to make sure it's definitely to her liking, or something. And it involves shipping. And that's all I'm going to say. So everyone else, that's probably the last you're going to hear of it. But to this certain friend of mine, get hyped. Why? Why is there a card of a rock? What do you mean, only a rock? Rocks could be on cards too, you know. Well, that's me told. Apparently I'm not only tree-cist, I'm rock-cist as well. That's kind of an old reference, granted, but... Did I mention that I tried to start recording earlier? Well, by a factor of about 2 minutes, but Audacity refused to pick up my mic. Like, Audacity knew that I was using my microphone to record, and it was just sitting there like, yep, I'm happy for you, and I'm gonna let you finish, but I can hear the microphone, I'm just not going to process any of your audio, so fuck you. But I caught that straight away, so there wasn't any failed recording. It was just, that was a thing that happened. And I'm sort of distracted by this thing in front of my face that you humans call a nose. Because I don't want to sound disgusting, there's a little bit of flyaway skin, as it were, how should I say this? I regularly do the whole face washing stuff with the stuff, because I don't know, I don't like my skin, and there's a bit of loose skin on my nose that's right in front of my eye, and it's distracting, and I have no reason to kill this dog, but I will do so anyway, because that's the kind of person I am. Apparently. And rocks. You see, if this were earlier in the game, I could tease and say, oh, we'll come back with bombs and blow them up, but that's not how this game does the do. 7th of December 2010, name unreadable. There's nothing up here except this stupid rock. I don't have anything to add to that. Another card? Another card. Grr, bark, woof, good dog, that... I am sorry, it is my nature. Yeah, well, it is my nature to be racist against your entire species. But yeah, I don't remember where it is. I want to say it's in Canada somewhere, but I've seen a photo of a sign that says something to the effect of... dear dog owners, please clean up after your dog. Dear dogs, grr, bark, woof, good dog. Okay then. Indecipherable markings. So, it's written in Thai? I'm sorry, but Thai, bear in mind, I am a man of many languages. Thai just looks like crazy Moonman language to me, and I'm not trying to be racist, it's just I can't make head or tail of it. Now then. Remember this area down here for later, because we'll be coming back here later, and it is a bitch, and yeah, we will make a bridge here, and it is a bitch, so, you know. But yeah, I believe my sister has gone to Thailand in the past, I don't know... Whoa, who are you? Block capitals. I am a drifter! This is one of the more popular pit stops along the journey from A to B. What is A? It is my hometown. I am visiting an old friend in B. It is a long journey, but I make sacrifices. Don't you? Makes life more exciting. Okay. Slow your roll, yogurt breath. Yes, my sister's been to Thailand, and I'm just like... Okay, but alternatively, why? Scribble in what appears to be a permanent marker. Greetings, fellow traveller of space and time. You have stepped into a rift far away from the juxtaposing area of Yong. You've crossed an ocean or two, so to speak. Don't worry about the contrast. You can return to your normal adventure shortly. Do not fear this place. Though it appears foreboding and dangerous, you will find its denizens to be quite friendly. I hate it when they abbreviate management to those 4 letters. Like, that's not a logical abbreviation. Anyway. Hello, have you met Cube yet? Cube is a very good ruler of this portion of space. Us other rulers do our best in our spaces as well. Yeah, people here be a little bit aggressive, but friendly aggressive. Like, there's this fucker. Is the hologram device working correctly? No? Damn. Well, that's adorable. I don't know why they're cute, but they're cute because they're pyramids. And yes, this place is symbolic, and I will explain it shortly. What do you think of this chunk of space? It is a nice waypoint now. An intersection of worlds. Is that Gygas in the background? Well, obviously not, but still. I'm trying to make references to make myself seem appealing. And am I a sexy thing that you would covet my emeralds? What? Also, there are these fuckers who just mob you and they don't really do anything. They don't hurt you, so you just leave them leave. That's Cube. We will talk to Cube first before I read that card. Did I ever mention how if you get a Danish person to say the word cube, it sounds fucking adorable, and I do not know why. Like, they say it perfect. Well, I mean, assuming that they can speak English, like Keith, for example. Like, there's nothing particularly special about the way they say it. It just, for some reason, sounds adorable. Here lies bird. The cliffs weren't feeling too friendly. Here lies bag. It never had a chance. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? No! Is it taking a nap? Or is it in sleep mode? That's not something to consider about the symbolism of this area. Which just leaves cube, which is kind of like how they say it in Danish. Well, like, not the Danish word for it, but like when they try to say the English word, I don't know. It sounds cute. None of us grey pyramids are actually... none of us grey pyramids are actually here. We use special devices that let us project ourselves here. Why do we do that? Because we want to talk to our friend Cube and keep Cube company. Apparently, grey with an A and grey with an E, they refer to 2 different shades of grey, and I do not know... I don't know, whatever. Hello there. I'm the ruler of this part of space. What's that? You want to know why I'm here? Are you sure? It'll take me quite a few words to explain why. Now, I skipped this in my practice playthrough, but they do have a lot to say, so bear with. I mean, I want to make this area seem a bit longer, because literally we're about 2 screens away from the next dungeon, so let's just... Well, if you insist, you might be better off just walking off to that hotel in the distance. Foreshadowing. Don't know why they went through with the construction of it. If I had any money to be taxed, I'd surely be complaining. Well, even though I'm the ruler of this part of space, I'm not really ruling over anyone. Those friends of mine, they're all rulers of their own parts of space, ruling no one, really, either. We're all alone in that respect, but we're not alone in that we talk to each other, and in other ways, we're not alone too. This is just one place in which I exist. My friends and I, our parts of space, have a lot of commonality to them, in why they exist and how they're organized, with a Z. Similar interests and desires and the like. We actually talk a lot about how to rule and so forth. But the tragic thing is that we rarely, if ever, get to meet each other in the physical form. It's not actually talking to their physical forms, but a representation of them in some holographic form. I know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because we share so much in common, but we can only help each other as friends so much. There's just a small thing lacking when you can't have a one-on-one physical conversation all the time. But I'm not complaining. It's better than nothing at all. I can't imagine what it would be like otherwise. Something terrible. It was nice talking at you. Good luck with whatever you're up to. You're still here? I could tell you everything again if you like. Nope, 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 no, nope, nope. 3 vertical nopes, 4 nopes in a square. So, in case you didn't gather from this, yes, there's another half to this area, which is also completely optional. Like, you could just walk straight through here and not bother with any of these pyramids, and you'd be completely, it's literally just story and a couple of cards, and it's completely optional. Have you met Cube? It does such cool things. I heard once it stood on an edge for nearly 12 seconds. See... Oh man, do you know what that means for the League of Edge Standers? No? Well, a lot. See, when I first read that line of dialogue, I thought it meant like standing on an edge of a platform, just chilling right up to the edge of it. But I think it means sort of the geometric 3D shape equivalent of standing on tiptoes, like standing on a edge of their shape, rather than on an edge of a platform. What was I saying? like, this bit is just completely optional, and, yeah, I'll get... I'm from Sugarloaf in transit to Taipei. Why am I here? Oh, I stopped by to say hi to Cube! But I can't not, I'm sorry. Don't look so down, this place is just an odd representation so as not to shock all of the visitors. It's mostly harmless as far as we could tell. Ah, references. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And you're saying that again. So yes, this area, also the floor kind of looks like storage cubes from Portal. You might have gathered already what this place is, but I'll explain once I've talked to everyone. Here lies Unreadable. Who wrote this? He was impaled by rainbows. Would have been better with achievements. I would make the reference to the homophobic seal, but eh. Ah, they're so happy. Also the Hexagons. I should have pointed that out sooner. Hello, happy Hexagons. I am your pimp, and you are my bitches. Here lies Dave. He wasn't very inspirational. It is a very nice TV channel, I will have you know. I thought you could walk down there. Apparently not. And look, happy Hexagons. Like Hungry Hippos, except neither. Oh yes, I'll check out both those cards once I'm done with Cube! As opposed to Cube. Because, like, there's lowercase Cube, and there's uppercase Cube! Oh, I'm gonna have a bit of a time picking a title for this episode. Yeah, this is entirely optional. So I'm gonna try to waste as much time in this episode with this area, so that if you want, you can just skip this episode and then move on to the next dungeon. You know, like, just by skipping this episode, because, like I said, this area is really short and optional, but... It was the same thing 3 times. I just felt like being funny. Am I funny? Do you love me? Also clipping because you're, well, like layering because you're going underneath this thing. Here lies Savage. He tried to fix my computer in the garage once, and he didn't take up much space while doing so. 3 years later, he still hadn't finished. Then he dropped dead. Wap wap. Is that a reference to something, or is this just Anodyne being Anodyne? And can I go down here? Yes, I can go down here. Actually, that reminds me of... Also, the map doesn't seem to realise you can go this way, but... That reminds me of a dream I had last night in which I... Like, for some reason, I had finished university, and then there were 2 more years of education in this British schooling system after that, and so I'd gone back to my high school to do those 2 years of post-university study. And, like... I would never do that in real life, because that would be disturbing. And then I was in a shopping centre with a guy that I used to know from my GCSE ICT classes, which is kind of relevant to this, actually. And then we met earlier in this academic year, because he's going to Newcastle University, I'm going to Northumbria, so we live in the same city, and we've not seen each other for 2 years, and then we met up again, and it was nice, and I've not seen him since. Don't look so down, this place is just... Oh, you're saying words. You're the other... Oh, you're the other... Okay. Anyway, let's talk to Cube! How are you today? I'm the ruler of this partition and interpretation of space. You want to know why I'm the ruler of this place? I'll tell you, but it will take a while. Like, a long while, an obnoxiously long while. Like, quite a while. No, really, I'm warning you. I tend to ramble. Maybe you'd be better off just scooping out the contents of that chest over there. Already done that, good sir. Or heading off to the hotel in the distance. Spoilers. Don't know how that got there. I heard they have relatively cheap rates. Not that money matters here. Why am I the ruler? I'm not sure why, but my friends around here saw it fit to put me in this position because of the immediate state of this space. Maybe this is the case because cubes are the best at sitting on flat surfaces. Well, so are square-based pyramids, bitch. As for why someone needs to sit up here, that's beyond me. The others, my friends over there, have merits of their own. It's not like they couldn't sit up here in the future, they just can't do it now. Sometimes we switch off who is the ruler, but every time we always have to reinterpret this region of space. Perhaps Mr. or Miss Pyramid comes up here because we decide to make the throne shaped in a way that best fits them by reimagining this world, so to speak. Does that sound silly? It might be. But that's how it is. It happens quite fast. Minutes, hours, not necessarily a long reign. Though when I am ruler, it feels slightly strange. I somewhat feel isolated, wanting to be avoidant of others. But isolation is not the right word, though it covers parts of the feeling. I'm not isolated, I don't dislike the others. We consider ourselves all friends, but, you know, no one really comes up here except to say a few words, so I have to think about things, or I might go crazy. Maybe that's part of the isolation. Outside of those inane questions about why we're here, occupying this space, I'm curious as to why we're even friends. I like to think that whenever we're under the interpretations that I'm best to rule, that they give me comfort in being able to hold this position for as long as it takes to reach the next interpretation. You know, encouragement and the like, their physical presence, those are comforting. I suppose that's enough to satisfy me, though it's nice to have 1 or 2 of them try and understand how I feel about being a ruler. Not that I'm complaining about encouragement, but maybe then we could have multiple rulers. What a thought. Maybe that implies then that when I am not ruler, I must act the way I sometimes wish they would. Who knows if that can be done? I've gone on too long. If you head off in the other direction, there's another similar region of space, though I think it smells a bit different. It was nice to meet you. Oh, you want to hear my story again? Nope. An entire satchel of nope served on a pair of tits, surrounded by little boats of gravy. And why are they even called gravy boats? Because whoever designed them clearly didn't understand how boats work. Sorry, Dave Gorman, I completely stole your routine about gravy boats. Anyway, cards against humanity and in favour of cubes. They always said, get off the computer, or you'll never make friends. I'm only the ruler for the extent of a conversation. So, I'm going to head to the next Nexus Stone and talk about this area. So, I believe this area is simply referred to as space in the game itself. Well, not in the game, but in the code of this game and whatnot. Now, I believe it represents the internet. And once you know that, everything else just falls into place. Like, it's just, I'll talk to you in a moment. Internet friends, like, being internet friends, like they've never met in person. And they're, like, they know they're friends because they've met up online, and that's it. Like, one person is the centre of attention, but only to the extent of a conversation, and I'm sure you can fill in the rest yourself. And that brings me on to something else I was thinking about the other day, or was it last night? I'll get onto that in a moment, though. I know cities can be dirty and crowded and everything, but I like to come out here and look out over all the lights. It's beautiful in its own way. It's not nearly as infinite as the stars, but there is something about its humanness that has a layer of wonderful complexity. Behind every light is a person with hopes and fears and secrets. Looking out is both terrifyingly lonely and fiercely personal. I think I love every person behind every window. I love you people for being my stars. I love you no matter how fucked up your life is or how far you think you've fallen. You're lovely for tonight. I'm sorry, I'm babbling. Thanks for listening. So, yes. I was thinking about, internet friends versus real-life friends. Like, realistically, and I'm just going to stay up here because the music up here is quite nice. The next dungeon is right through that door. Internet friends versus real-life friends. Real-life friends, I feel like the best friends you have are the ones you make during childhood, because by circumstance and by virtue of being friends, you will all like the same thing, and that will keep you together as friends. So if you're together from the beginning, you'll probably shape each other's tastes in what makes you friends, and so your friendship will maintain and all that. But then anything past ages 7 or 8, I suppose, and this is kind of a personal thing. I suppose this music is rather fittingly touching, but any friends you make past then, like they already have their circles of friends, they already have their cliques, and so you can never get quite the same level of connection with them, I suppose. And so it seems artificial, and you'd have to adapt your tastes to fit in with theirs and vice versa. And it works to an extent, but it'll never be the same level of connection as you'd get with early childhood friends. But then there's the concept of internet friends, who definitely happen sometime after the 7 or 8 year old stage. But then that's the weird thing. Internet friends, you befriend them because you find them, you like them, but you found them by way of you already have this taste in common, and that's caused you to meet, and to meet under circumstances that you wouldn't otherwise be able to meet them. And for instance, the rest of Lively Planet, I mean, they're located all across the US, plus Ontario in Canada, and Norfolk in the UK. Like, there's no way I could meet any of them in real life under any other set of circumstances. And yet, we're sort of all drawn together because we're all Let's Players, we all have similar backgrounds, we'll have similar tastes in video games and whatnot, to some degree or another. And so we have that same strong bond of friendship that you'd get from a childhood friendship. And I speak as someone who's had a strong childhood friendship and lost it, because... And to my mother, who I know will be listening to this, please do not take this the wrong way. I accept what's happened, and I'm not bitter about it. I do completely accept it. I know it's fine. It's fine. But as to everyone else, as a child, my family had to move around a lot, and so I made some really strong friends when I was young. In the age I was talking about, where you make these really strong bonds of friendship. And of course, at the time, Facebook wasn't a thing. None of the other social media were really a thing, so we didn't really have a means of staying in contact when I had to move away. And to an extent, I suppose I've always held those friends in the back of my mind as my best friends, even though I've not had a chance to friend with them for years, like almost a decade at this point. In fact, over a decade, come to think of it, or thereabouts. And so, you know, I still consider them my best friends, but realistically, I don't think, you know, I relatively recently, like sometime last year or the year before, I actually went to visit one of what I consider to be my best friend, and we talked animatedly on the phone, but then we met up in person, and we just didn't really react to each other, and I think that the person with whom I was best friends doesn't exist anymore, and I don't resent that. This has become weirdly personal and emotional and stuff, so if you skip this episode, I don't blame you, but, like, I want to rekindle that friendship, but I know it's not likely. I know they've moved on. I've been out of their life for such a long time, and at this point, it would just be weird and stalkerish and creepy for me to want to get back in touch with them. And so that's why I'm particularly grateful for the opportunity that the internet has presented me with to give me friends like the friends I have in Lively Planet, in Alex, Exelda, Austin, Thomas to a degree, Yuki, Jen, and of course Laura. You know, I'm really grateful for it, because I don't know if I'd have that caliber of friendship. I don't know if I'd get a chance for that ever again in my life, so I mean, maybe that's me being a bit overdramatic, but I don't know, I've rambled for too long. I have been able to be tessellating hexagons, and in the next episode we will do some actual progress and do the dungeon that's in there, and as they've been suggesting, it is a hotel. So, see you then, and like I said, don't mind me and my emotional vlogging, like, look, don't take any of what I said to heart, it's just me spilling my thoughts on recording while I have this fitting music in the background, so yes, I will see you in the next video. Sorry to have taken up so much of your time. See you then.